Welcome everyone to the Siege of Helm's Deep. Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope we're all well. Today we have an awesome siege, very similar to the Siege of Helm's Deep in the film. So basically, I'm commanding Gondor, and my ally, who is... where's he gone? The High Elves. His name's Chef. So yeah, we got the High Elves, we got Gondor defending Helm's Deep, as it should be. Gondor? Rohan, as it should be. And then we've got three armies, I believe, of Uruk-hai, and General Isengard baddies. So those are the two defending armies, and then we got Admiral General Aladdin here, commanding one of the Isengard armies. Over here we have Rhysas Katinas, commanding another Isengard army, surprisingly enough. And then what have we got over here? It looks like we've got another Isengard army, Weslow 10. So yeah, I'll start with the army comps here, now that I'm all the way over here. So he's bringing some Uruk-hai, because you obviously need Uruk-hai to break your way through sometimes. He's got pikemen, very essential in the breaches there, and then he's bringing a lot of Uruk-hai infantry. I think he's got 4 units of those, and yeah, what's that? Lots of skirmishers, because you know they're good missile fodder. They've got arrows. I don't know if you can call them arrows, but you know they shoot something. Right, and then Razakatinas he's got some raiders, nice cheap infantry unit, good for throwing into the mix. He's got some guards of Orthanc. I think he's got 2 units of those, nice unit. And he's got a few units of the pikemen. He's got some walk riders. I'm guessing that's his general. Which, you know, it's always good to have some cavalry, I guess. Why not? Lots of raiders, and more pikes. I don't think they've got a catapult. No, I've not seen any catapults yet. But this army does. Admiral General Aladdin has himself a catapult. A lot of the veterans here, the Dunlending veterans. He's got some Uruk-hai here. Uruk-hai? What do you call them? Berserkers. Quite a few units of Berserkers here, who are going to storm the walls on their siege towers and try and take them out. See if he can take the walls off us. And then he's got quite a few guards of Orthanc. Quite a small army, because he's obviously got the Berserkers and the guards of Orthanc, but quite an elite one. Now heading over here, my ally, the High Elves, Chef. He's got himself quite a few swordsmen waiting down here. He's got most of them off the walls, just sort of as backup. He's got some archers on the walls ready to fire down on them as they approach. So yeah, he's got quite a few troops out here, spearmen, swordsmen, and archers. And then he's got... what's he got back here? What has he got back here? He's got himself some archers. Obviously they'll be able to fire down over the battle as they try and take that wall there. And then he's got some smiths. I think this is his general unit. And then, yeah, that's it. A few swordsman units here. Now I've got the Royal Guard as my general. And then I've got same as kind of quite similar to the last video really, where I've brought a lot of Airling archers and Helmingus, just because they're great in any situation. And then I've filled out the rest of my roster with dismounted Royal Guard, what else? Spearmen, swordsmen, you know, the normal Rohan stuff. You've seen it before. And I've got a few lancers here as well, just in case I feel like running outside, causing a bit of mess out there. So yeah, those are the armies. I've also got a Ballister. I think my ally might... Whoa! You're right into the sky there. No, my ally does not... Ah, yes. What's this? Right, I've got a... What have I got? I've got a Ballister and a catapult. Okay, yeah. But my ally doesn't have any artillery. Yes, forgot about that. Alright, cool. Let's get this battle started. And what's going to happen is they're going to start rolling down this hill right here. He's going to send in his cheaper troops here, the veterans, supported, sort of going to send them in front to see if he can soak up some archer fire, and then he'll send in the berserkers behind to take the walls. He's also pushing his catapult round. The other ally is slowly marching up. He's taking his time about it. He's going to be reinforcements, really. The amount of time it takes to get all the way around is kind of ridiculous. I don't know why the deployment works like that, but oh well. It's bringing up some pikemen now. We'll see what he does with those. I'm going to go ×2 speed here, just until they kind of reach the walls. But it looks like what he's going to do is try and move his catapult round and make a breach somewhere in this wall so that he can get through. Oh, here goes some arrow fire. So my ally at this point decided that it would be a good opportunity to try and get some fire arrows on that catapult, see if he could set it alight. He kind of just about got in range there. I'm not sure if he's going to be out of range soon. He's going to get off another volley. Beautiful stuff. It's not very accurate though. He's hitting 1 or 2 of those guys, but it's not going to do too much. He's taking a few out though. 41 now. But as this happens, I've kind of moved my troops around, getting loose formation. Chef is sending down more archers to take this wall. So what I've decided to do is put my baluster up here to see if maybe, if he does make a breach here, I can hopefully fire through the breach and over into any troops coming through. Which is kind of what I decided to do with any of these Helmingus as well. So I'm kind of putting them at the back there, behind the swordsmen to be able to fire down. Got guys running around, everyone's panicking, the Uruk-hai are coming, army of Saruman is coming, and everyone's scared. Alright, here comes the first ladder, charging up. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. Oh man, that guy died. Seeing all his friends dying in front of him, I think he's going to try and wedge up behind. Penguin up. Go on guys, penguin up. They look kind of funny with their ladders. They're taking quite a few casualties, these guys. First one's in. Those brave souls. Well, they're probably not brave, they're Uruk-hai, so they're just sort of angry and hungry. Just want to eat people. Yeah. Right, looks like we got some artillery hitting the wall. Didn't do any damage though. Maybe he missed. But yeah, here comes the first ladder. I'm not sure if Chef's going to move his archers in time, or whether he's just going to try and kill these guys with his archers. Remembering Elven archers are pretty tough. Pretty good. We've got berserkers now pushing up a ladder. That's quite a brave move. Probably not a wise one either, because you don't want your berserkers to take arrows.
It's time for butcher's work.
But if they get to the wall, they might cause some damage. They could take these archers out quite nicely. And look at this. I've sent my cavalry out. I forgot to show you this until the last minute. In fact, I actually forgot about this. Quite a rubbish charge there, but I'm going to try and disengage. Because he's sending up more infantry to sort of countercharge my cavalry. So what I've decided to do is see if I can charge over here. Come on guys, catch up. Alright, here come the lancers. Charging into the backs of these berserkers, which is nice. Cut them down. My archers are still firing down. Actually, I think my ally was as well, so I decided to get my cavalry out of there, otherwise they're going to get smashed up by arrows. And now I'm charging back over this way. Or maybe not. Who knows where these guys are going. Aha. I think I might have spotted something. His catapult is unguarded. Oh, here we go. Here we go. You can see the siege towers moving across in the background there, moving into position. And here we go. Smash. And that is wiped out. Oh, most of the catapult crew in one hit there. He has got himself some infantry moving up to try and save his crew. But they've only got 4 left. 4 crew. 4. Come on, if we can get it past 3, we can. There we go. They've only got 2 left. We can disengage, and they can't use their catapult any longer. Run, men! Run! Run for your lives! Yeah, silly guy. Oh, they're gonna get this guy. What are you doing? Run, men! Alright, we lost a few there, but it looks like they're pretty much out of there. Taking hits from the Snaga archers. So we've got another charge running across here. See if I can catch these infantry off guard.
Our cunning foe has reached our walls with their siege tower. We must repel them.
Oh, here we go. Boom. That's going to cause some damage. See, down to 65, 64 already. Down from probably a unit. I think these units are 125 strong at the start. So yeah, that's done some nice damage. These guys are still going well. 27. I don't know what they started with. Something like 60. But you know, they're still pretty good. Cutting down a few Urukai, you know, just on the way. Don't know where they're off to now. I am going to show you a bit of the walls, so I'm going to slow things down a little bit here. Let's go. 0.3. So I go over here. We've got the Dunlanding veterans preparing to storm the walls. He's got some. Oh, he's got his berserkers in there. Decided to put my lancers over here to defend this part of the wall. He's got his elves here ready. His swordsmen, sent up some swordsmen as well to help him out here, because he was like, look, there's loads of dudes at the wall, help. And they did get onto the wall here, but we managed to push them off. Kind of a few of my guys fighting off. It was just that depleted unit of guys that got shot down here. So now he's got 9 berserkers who managed to make it. They are bloodied up, covered in blood from all those arrows. So my archers are they're gonna just keep firing. So a few of them are gonna fight. I don't know how well they're gonna do, because obviously berserkers are amazing at melee combat, but we'll see. We'll come back to this. So my cavalry charging in again, back into this Urukai infantry unit. We'll go back to normal speed. So there's 81 of these guys left. They start on pretty big unit as well. Start with 120 or something. So they're going to now try and pursue me. I'm just going to run back and forth. I spotted the back of these Dunlanding veterans at this point. I was like, ooh, that'd be quite a nice target. Let's give that a go. Charge! Boom. So that's pretty much gonna kill half of those guys. Look at it. Look at that. Just we only lost one cavalryman, I should say. And their unit's down to 40 now. They're going to try and get up in the ladders before I can come back again. Very wise. So these guys are just running around now. They just love running around. Having a field day. In the field. Where are you off to now?
The enemy are battering down the gates.
Yes. So they have their ram at the gate. At this point I decided to form up my lancers, because you know you want to have lancers ready at the gate. So I put my ear-led lancers. It's difficult to say these names. On this side, and I've got my royal guard on this side. You definitely don't want them getting into this doorway here, because if they get up here, they can get up here, they can go onto your walls, they can actually go through this tunnel here into your town centre, so you definitely don't want that. So if you can get a strong unit here, that's always a good idea. Got them manoeuvring there themselves again.
Blast their eyes!
Here they come.
The enemy's ram is through our gates.
So I wanted to kind of get a V shape here. So I've got my lancers here, and then I've got some swordsmen that can charge in from the hill if necessary. But yeah, we'll see what happens there. They've got their... Oh, no. They had some raiders. They were going to go in, but they've changed their mind. Ah, and that's why. My horsemen are back. Only 9 of them now, but they've decided to charge up the hill, see if they can knock some units off these guys. Whittle them down before they charge in. Lower their morale. I think at this point, with only 7 left, I decided to just leave them in combat. I could have kept trying to do kind of cycle charges, but it's not really worth it when there's only a few left. So yeah, defeat seems almost certain. The percentage is actually very close, but the balance of power is not close. So allies killed 14%, enemies killed 15%. But this was using my cavalry a lot. I now don't have any cavalry, so this is going to get tough now. The lancers are ready, nice V-shaped formation. Ready to slaughter these raiders. And they're broken. 77, that's a huge unit. Their morale was probably already a bit hacked up before they'd even come in because of that cavalry. Still got this one guy here running around. 2, in fact, pursuing these guys. Alright, now we have a load of Snaga skirmishers charging up the hill. This guy's going crazy. He's going ham.
The enemy siege
Cut them
tower
down.
has reached our walls.
And that's that for the cavalry. Right, let's have a look what's going over here. Ballista firing overhead. We've had a mad battle for the walls. I mean, we did miss it quite a lot, but at the same time, not much has happened. We've had a load of Dunlanding veterans charge up. They killed a few of these guys. Now the real fight is for the walls is gonna happen. I will slow it down a little bit though, see if we can catch a bit more of the action. So what we've done here is the ballistas and the archers are actually firing into the sides of these guys, whilst just a thin line of elves hold them off. So we've got a nice position up on the hill here where we can hit them, and the ballista is firing away,
Siege tower has reached
chopping
our
them up,
walls.
1 or 2 hits at a time, but it's causing a lot of damage. Let's have a look from here. Look at that view. Arrows, ballistas firing everywhere. Oh, catapult hit right there. Managing to catch a few of those Urukai from all the way back inside the gate. He's got more infantry charging up the gates here. A few skirmishers charging in. I don't know why really. I guess maybe they're out of arrows. He's just using them as a sort of meat shield before the rest of his troops get involved. Got my archers and my allies' archers defending the wall here. Ooh, we got some berserkers on the wall now. That's not what we want to see. And now the Dunlanding veterans have actually defeated those elven spearmen and are now charging for the ballista. That was a very good shot. Very lucky. I didn't actually hit any of my guys. But that's going to pretty much wipe that unit out. So yeah, we kind of decided at this point we'd form up sort of protective ring around the baluster because we didn't want to lose that. And obviously, if we can keep it on slightly higher ground, we can probably fire over our troops like we did just then and take out a few more. We've now got our archers firing over here, taking out this massive blob of infantry. I think he might be charging down soon. He might be sending them to assist these guys as well. Not entirely sure. But if we can hold this defensive ring, we can do well. We might be able to pull this one out of the bag. Oh, catapult. That nearly hit a lot of elves. That's not good. Alright, we've got berserkers charging down here now. I'm just going to whiz over to this gate, see what's going on. Alright, we've got a huge push from Isengard. These guys are holding out well at the moment. They could push their way through with their sheer mass if we're not careful, but all these spears in a ring like this is kind of the ideal situation you want when defending a siege. It's just so many pikes there. Their pikes should probably push back against the spears pretty well. Obviously they're a little bit longer, so they can reach better. Oh, and here goes the charge. I've got my swordsmen coming in just to fill in any gaps. I saw they were sort of cutting their way through here a little bit, so I just decided to get my swordsmen in. You know, a few more bodies, a few more swords, just to hold this ridiculous number of Urukai back. We've only got a couple of men here defending this side. It looks thick at the back, but in fact on the edges it's very thin, and on this side as well. There's like one guy between this door and breaking through. So we'll leave that for a while. Let them fight it out. Got my ballista firing over here now. These elves are cutting away at these skirmishers. Should be pretty easy pickings there. That was close. That was close. Another one, come on. Oh, taking out a ton of berserkers there. These guys are so good. If you can take them out without fighting them hand to hand, that's what you want. Another good shot there. Now I've got all the archers firing from here.
The enemy have ladders.
That's
at
what
the
we
wall.
want to see.
Repel the attackers. Give them steel.
So yeah, they're making a massive push now. Oh, that was close. Making a massive push to try and take out this this baluster now. And he's got troops fighting here. His infantry. I'm now pulling back a little bit because he was worried that his archers would now get attacked by the Urukai pikemen, which they are about to. I also wanted to form up sort of in this space here to stop them getting through. So yeah, I'm just forming up now, I think. But at this point I think Chef was saying, like, you need to come help me because these are my archers and I want them to be firing. So I left these guys here for a bit, but then we'll see what happens. Ooh, still firing, somehow not hitting any of my own guys. It's going to happen sooner or later. Archers now on this hill firing down. High Elves on this hill now are firing. And the Snagas are defeated here, but more infantry still coming in. Let's have a look at what's happening over here. We've actually managed to push them out, which is pretty amazing. Considering the huge numbers they had there. But this is far from over. Look at that. Look at that push. Just thousands of pikes storming up. My swordsmen are getting involved. This is probably not what they want to be doing. Guards of Orthanc and pikemen versus swordsmen. They're not going to last for too long out there by themselves. So I've kind of reformed my V shape here. These guys are a little bit out of position. They need to get themselves back. Otherwise we're going to get swamped. I've got my catapult over here now. The elves are forming up as reinforcements. And we haven't actually got too much in the town centre. We've committed a lot to defending the walls. Swordsmen now kind of trying to pull back. trying to get, but you know, they're stuck there. They're fighting. Guards of Orthanc chopping their way through. And look at these guys running around in circles. The Royal Guard in the background. Let's have a look over here. Look at that view. The siege towers at the walls. So yeah, he's got infantry coming up over here. Looks like these elves are going to be alright there. But they keep pushing over here. They've got tons of reserves. Now swarming across the field, coming over to attack my ballista and the remaining troops here. So Sheriff's archers are getting beaten up by these guys. He's now sending another detachment across to try and engage my other archers. I decided to engage my lancers about here because... Ooh, nice shot. Because, you know, his archers were getting chopped up here. I wanted them to come to me because lancers are better in defense if they can sort of hold their line. But what you're going to do, needs must. So now I'm just charging my swordsmen across. I think they wanted to try and catch these pikemen out of position because pikemen are strong, but if they're not in position, there's not much they can do against you. So yeah, we got more Snaggers getting involved here. Oh, look at those ugly faces. Running back and forth. More and more reserves just pushing up. And now we've got the Guards of Orthanc by Admiral General Aladdin coming up now. He's got a lot of crossbowmen behind the walls here, putting down suppressive fire. Then Elves and I putting up a last stand here, trying to defend this ballista as best we can. If we can get a few good shots through these guys, we can probably cause a lot of hurt. I'm going to go back to normal speed now. I just realised I've been in 0.8 speed for ages. But there's just so much going on. There's so much to show you. My archers are now caught up by these pikemen. Everything's getting a little bit out of hand over here. Quite a few Isgardians. I don't know what. People from Isengard. Orcs from Isengard. Filling in all the gaps here now. Look at that scene. It's just chaos. Urukai running back and forth. Got a few swordsmen here running around trying to catch these guys, catch these stragglers, and these guys coming off the ramp. Got a fresh unit of Urukai infantry coming out now to take on my swordsmen. Got elves coming in on this side. Their swordsmen are their archers, sorry, now getting involved. More pouring onto the walls. These archers are still holding out, 30 of them. The brave 30. It's like the 300, only they're way better because there's 30 of them. Yeah, that's right. Got my archers here, still. They're just chilling. It looks like my archers have actually managed to fend off this unit of pikemen, which is nice. The elves look like they're going to now see if they can come round and protect our forces, try and chop down the orcs as they run across. And here come the Guards of Orthanc, going to try and put my ballista out of commission. Couple more shots going there, and that is going to probably be it for my ballista. Now surrounded by the Guards of Orthanc. I decided to send my Helmingus in now. I decided, you know, they fired a lot of arrows. It's probably time they got involved in a bit of fighting. Elven swordsman now we're just trying and plug these grabs. Yes, trying.
Only half the enemy
Firing arrows
remains.
down into this lot here. charging up the hill, see if we can plug these guys in here, stop them getting through. We've got another force coming this way to try and flank them. But there's just more and more. There's so many pouring off this hill here. Oh, losing a few frames here. My camera's deciding to do its own thing. Flying outside the map. So yeah, this battle's getting mad. And let me just pause it 1 second. Let's see what's going on. Right. Let's have a little look.
Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead.
And there we go. The enemy general lies dead on the battlefield. I think that must have been the Guards of Orthanc unit. Which is nice to see. And they've just got so many troops here now fighting their way up this hill. They've taken out my baluster. My Earlinger archers are actually still holding their ground
here.
here.
Lost half their men.
We've got quite a few swordsmen now forming up with the elven swordsmen to try and sort of form some kind of final defense out here. Now we're holding the walls back now. Actually, quite a lot of these guys fighting to the last on the walls. And now we're trying to bolster our forces here. I've got some Helmingers coming down to try and fend these guys off. We've got a lot of dismounted Royal Guards still alive, but the Lancers on this side have been quite utterly decimated. So yeah, I decided to send these guys in to try and reinforce that side. Catapult's sort of hanging about. It's got some shots loaded up, but I don't know if it's going to fire. We will see. About that we shall see. But these guards of Orthanc, they're so hard to kill. My guards are actually pushing forward pretty hard right now. I don't know if that's going to help, but it looks like we've got quite a few wavering now and actually running. I don't know if this is a tactical retreat. I don't think all of these guys are... Some of them are breaking actually. Quite large units. But a lot of them are also shaken. I feel like they did this to maybe try and get out of the formation I've got there. But let's have a look what's going down here. So, they've utterly spent all of our forces down here. They're all gone. They're all gone. So now Isengard is just pouring in, forming up their army down here. As we form our army up on this hill. What's left of these guys? 45, 45, 30, 67. They're still pretty healthy units, but they've seen action. They're all bloodied. And I've got my archers defending this wall here. Waiting for the crossbowmen. Ooh, we don't want them taking the wall. Obviously, if their crossbows take that wall, they can get the drop on us. They can fire a lot of arrows here. And now I'm actually fighting my keyboard right now because my arrow keys do not want to behave. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but I'll figure it out. We still got quite a few guys in the keep. Same as before. You saw that, yeah. This breach is now seems to have held. We've got wargs charging up now. Probably going to try and see if they can get some nice cycle charges on our front line. But I'm going to try and get my spears there. So my airless lancers are now defending against this warg charge, which is going to do pretty well because wargs are pretty bad in themselves. For some annoying reason, because you know they're wargs, they're not just like horses. They're like vicious attack dogs that they ride. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, they should be a little bit better. They should be kind of like, you know, somewhere between cavalry and trolls. Ideally, you know, maybe make them really expensive but powerful. But yeah, you know, that's my opinion. We've got a lot of Rohan guys on this hill here, just waiting for the final push. But we're actually going to charge forward, see if we can contain these guys. Elves have decided to charge in, see what they can do. Crossbowmen now pulling back, see if they can get a good angle on these elves. I've got my Rohan running up here now to try and, you know, protect the walls. Don't want them getting around the back. Just a steady stream of Urukai walking along, little ants. Look at this guy. He's having a great day. Look at him go. Ah, they're all doing it. Ah, they're so cute. It's cute Urukai. But yeah, he's still got tons of troops here. No matter how many kill, they just send more. Way. Okay, we just went sliding up a mountain there. Sorry about that. Oh, okay. And we're back. Okay. Every time I go near that mountain, with these arrows not behaving, it just goes out of control. But yeah, my guys seem to be holding here for now. And the elves are actually holding back these pikemen and guards of Ulthank. They are getting whittled down, but they're doing alright. There are some more crossbowmen forming up on the side over here. Kind of. Looks like they're almost in like Sheltron formation. Obviously that would be ridiculous. They don't do that. So I've just got my guys getting to a tighter formation here. I'm going to fast forward it a little bit until these guys are a little bit closer. And that looks like it'll probably do. Oh, now look at this. Battle of silver versus gold. Tons of Rohirim, tons of High Elves. Actually, I say tons, there's barely any on this side. Got 20 strong Rohirim versus the Horde with their 32 Elder Enway swordsman brothers. Crossbowmen on the sides here. Where are they firing?
The feat seems almost
right
certain.
up at the wall here, taking out these swordsmen up here as well. We have got elven arrows coming down, trying to take their crossbows out. But it looks like these guys aren't going to hold out too much longer. And now we've got a load of guys sallying out. It looks like all the depleted units that kind of just want to join the fight again.
Defeat seems almost
They're a bit sad here by themselves, and they want to get involved. You know, well, these guys are strong, but the others have seen action. So I decided to send them in, hold their ground. Oh, look at those crossbow bolts. That's not what we want. Lost a few guys already. So I'm going to send these guys in to help the elves that are kind of, you know, wavering here by themselves. And then I'm going to send these guys with the elves, side by side with the elves once more, to try and take out these crossbows. We've taken a lot of bolts there, unfortunately, on our way around. But that's that, we're going to get there now. Stop those crossbows. Still firing. Oh, there we go, they've got their swords out now. And he's got the other unit of crossbowmen running up onto this onto the side here. I don't know if he's going to try and fight these guys up here or whether he's going to just fire down on the battle. I'm going to zoom over here now to... oh, looks like we got the catapult out here. Let's have a look. So I've kind of still got the V shape, but it's a lot tighter now with the 1 or 2 Helmingus in the mix as well, holding off these Urukai pikemen. Got a ton of raiders coming up the side, more and more troops, just so many pikemen. What can one do against such reckless hate? You gotta say it. When you're at Helm's Deep, you've gotta say it. That's the rules. Every time you fight at Helm's Deep, you've gotta say those words. Yeah. Got some artillery coming in. I think I was aiming for those crossbowmen because if I hit that, that would be devastating. And also save a lot of elves because they're firing a lot of bolts at these elves here. Decided to send my Irreling archers around the side here, just to try and mop these guys up around the side because they're just not being very nice, really. My guys are now disengaging because they're retreating. I've decided, you know, you don't want to waste stamina chasing down depleted units. Look at this, the fight for the walls, the fight in the fields, the devastation of my beautiful ballista. But yeah, it's been a bloody one so far. Balance of power now drawing closer. The enemies killed 76%, allies killed 57%. But remember, we started with far fewer troops because of our factions, especially the elves. They have very limited numbers. They've got elite troops, but not many. They're still pushing hard with their pikes in here. My lines, there's down to a handful of men here defending this choke point. I mean, my Royal Guard, who have been the backbone of this defense, are now down to 36 men. And these guys were the reinforcement afterwards, most of which have been pulled off the walls. Oh, we've gone behind a building. Is this side of the map? Don't know what's going on. Let's go around this way. We can turn left. It's like Zoolander. You can only turn left or something. But he's got more infantry coming in here. And then it looks like we may have pushed them back on this side. For now. So my guys decided to jump on the siege tower. Because, you know, jump on the siege tower, why not? But I don't want them going down there. This guy was going down there. This little man here. There's a couple. There's like 3 dudes there. That's weird. But they've still got more berserkers jumping on the wall, hacking us away. These archers are victorious here. They've defended the wall valiantly. I've decided to send a few lancers down to try and help out with these berserkers because they're a right pest. So yeah, I don't normally play as Rohan. I normally play as Gondor or someone.
Only half the fix seems almost
But this
certain.
video and the last video I seem to have been Rohan. Just out of chance, had a couple of good replays. I wanted to show you guys. But they're pushing through with huge numbers now. There's not many guys left here. So Chef has decided to send over all his reserve swordsmen here just to contain this, because these guys are breaking right through. They're cracking through the spears here. Once you get through spears, there's not much they can do. So the swordsmen are getting in position. Catapult's getting ready. A few guys have actually sneaked through here and taken out some of these catapult crew. So I sent up my royal guard to protect them, whilst these Urukai run around. This guy, he's going for the town centre. He knows what he's doing. Oh, we got ourselves a duel. He's gonna stab him in the back. Nope, you gotta stab me in the back. Yeah, he's running away. Yeah, you run away, man. This guy's gotta be pretty scary. So now I've decided to send in my royal guard, because they're still pushing through, even with all those swordsmen getting involved. Catapult trying to fire, but I think at this point they just had too many troops on them all the time. These walls are still being fought over. Since the start of the game, just fighting for these walls. But let's have a look. Let's see, allies killed, 67%. So they are catching up now. Percentage enemies killed, 83%. So they've still got, nearly 20% of their army left, 17%. So that's not bad. That's not bad. They've still got they've got a good army. The Berserkers now taking on my Urilid archers. Urilid lancers. If anyone knows how to actually pronounce that, let me know. Urid. Yeah, something like that. Let's see, what have they got here? Got some pikemen on the wall. And so I decided to send a few little archers here. Just a few little archers.
The fortune of battle goes
To take these guys out.
Let's pray it remains.
And these archers who will hopefully join them and take those guys down. And now we're making quite a push to try and get rid of these lancers. These pikes. My guy's pushing, Rohan pushing. We've actually managed to push them outside the gates now. Now I was feeling pretty confident at this point. So I decided to send my general, just like in the movie, to ride out. He had a bit less hope at this point, but let's see what's going on. So this is the bit where he says, "Ride out with me." And he's like, "Yeah, let's ride out. Let's go get him." Obviously they thought they were going to their death, but good old Gandalf showed up. I think Aragorn knew all along. That clever man. So they're riding out. They've got a few infantry back up here as they push their way out. And the Uruk-hai are now charging their way up, trying to cut these guys down. My horses are just going to charge on through. They don't care. They just want to run down the ramp and look heroic. And there goes the horn. Horn of Hellhammerhand. Well, no, not really. It's just one of the general's horns.
Our men are in command of the castle.
There we go. There we go. Charged on through. Here we go. Down the ramp. My general is actually right here on the front lines, risking his neck, and he's now charged into the enemy general, which is the walk unit. Which is, you know, he should be alright there. But if any of his infantry manage to catch up, that's never going to be good for him. But if my general can kill his general, that would be cool. General's right hand man taking out a couple of wargs there. I'm going to charge him down. See what can be done. There's only a few wargs left actually. 5. Let's see what's going on here. So I don't know exactly which one is the Orcish general because they all look the same. Oh, this might be him actually. He looks pretty fearsome. Yeah, that's gonna be him. It's definitely this guy. Go on, guys, hack him down. You can do it.
Good tidings.
There we go.
The enemy general lies dead.
He's down. So it's actually not looking too good for Isengard now. He's got a few good infantry units, but I've still got a lot here to defend with. He's got a few crossbow units, his guards of Orthanc, which are just standing there, stopping any of my cavalry being able to charge through, annoyingly. He's got quite a few groups of infantry here trying to take the walls, which he has mostly done. These archers aren't going to last too much longer against his pikes. He's got more pikes here, but the elven spearmen are actually managing to hold them pretty well down here. And then the guards of Orthanc mopping up this unit here. Although that guy's doing alright. He's doing alright. He's chopping those guys up. He's beating them all up. Look at that, that's 2 down. This guy's killed 2 guards of Orthanc by himself. That's not bad. Stab that guy in the back as well. This guy's invincible. I'm almost tempted just to stay here and see what happens. These 3 elves versus the mighty Orthanc.
Our foolish general has thrown his life away.
And my general's died.
Our chances of victory
I wasn't too concerned at this point because we're doing pretty well. And we've got the town centre. There's another one. This guy, 4 guards of Orthanc under his belt. Oh, and he's down. It's down to this one lone elf right here to take out the rest of them. Try and get a better angle. Nah, he's not going to last long now. And they've just raised their spears. For some reason. I'm not going to fight that guy anymore. They've actually broken. They have broken. This man is going to survive. Or elf, should I say.
The battle is very much in our favor.
What a
Victory
hero.
will be ours.
His friends have come to mop them up, finish them off. But this guy has indeed survived. We've got a really cool scene here of the spearmen holding off the pikemen, sort of a ring of pikes fighting the spearmen there. I've now sent over my royal guard. This was my remaining royal guard in the town centre to finish off these pikes. We've just got a few archers, and we've got some Elder Renway swordsmen in the town centre.
The enemy general flees like the coward.
And there we go, that's going to be the end.
The enemy army
Didn't
flees
actually
the
use
field.
his
Pursue
smiths
and run
in the
them
end,
down.
but, you know, luckily didn't need to. And there we go, players admitting defeat. Got a few crossbowmen and Orthanc holding their ground here. So this is a really cool battle. For once the defenders actually won, which is nice. I'm going to see if I can find some other battles where I'm not Rohan, so you can see some other factions. But, you know, Rohan are cool, Rohan are good. Gondor are probably my favourite, to be fair, just because they're so shiny. So shiny. And I think this is the last player, Admiral General Aladdin, holding his ground. Against such reckless Rohirrim. Swinging their axes. He's still got quite a few guys, but it's hopeless to believe now. Especially with those smiths. Man, those smiths. With their big hammer things. I guess they've just got, they're sort of, you know, they've been forging away all morning, and then they're like, oh, we've got to go fight a battle now, so we'll just take our hammers with us, you know? Got some shields, we made those earlier, we can take those, and our armor, but, you know, I haven't got around to making the swords yet. We'll just take some hammers. Why not? So yeah, I'm just gonna fast forward at this point. Try to accept my my mouse is, well, my camera's trying to scale the side of a mountain. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the battle. We'll just wait for the results now and see what the scores are. These guys are victorious. Look at those guys and their shiny gold. Well, it's mostly gold. A lot of them are covered in blood now. Lovely. Look at these two. So we got the lone elf here who finished off those guys. And the lone Earling swordsman as well over here. And there's the field of destruction once again. What else have we got? So yeah, that's it. I mean, if this were to actually be, you know, realistic for the bodies, it would kind of be a mountain that probably would kind of fill up the gate, and
victory will be ours.
Disgusting. At least to stop any more orcs getting in, but
Be awed by the victory we have won here today.
So that's the end. We've won. They did well though. 81% of us killed. Yeah, very well played by everyone in that battle. Looks like the Uruk-hai had the most men deployed, and then obviously the elves had quite a small army. But then enemies killed. I think I got the most just because I had the most men fighting really, and especially in that gatehouse. Was quite a nice choke point. Chef did very well. He was kind of like shouting out commands throughout the battle, telling me what was going on, which was nice. He actually let me know what was going on, so I could send troops to the right places. Um, and Isengard did very well as well. Obviously, not so many kills, but that's what happens when you attack and not defend. The defenders always get more. Um, some very nice tactics going on, trying to sort of rush choke points and use berserkers to cut down the guys on the walls as you need to. But yeah, some very impressive play. Weaslow 10 doing very well on the kills actually, for their attackers. Let's see, casualties inflicted. 268, the Helmingus. It's always those Helmingus, man. They're just great. The catapult actually not doing too well. Ballista pretty average as well. I mean, it looked cool, but not so many kills. And that's gonna be that.